Slip Jab.
SlipJab.com, and I'm here with the winner of the Ultimate Fighter 16, Colton Smith.
How you guys doing? Thanks for having me on the show. Really appreciate it. Upcoming fight June 28th. Can't wait. San Antonio, here I come.
So look, you known around the UFC for your great grappling skills. What's some other aspects of your game that you think your opponent kind of underrate?
You know, I'm so new to this mixed martial arts as a whole. I've only been fighting for a few years now. I'm still active duty. I've been active duty my whole fighting career. So they definitely overlook kind of my whole mixed martial arts game. You know, I'm known as a wrestler, as a grinder, grappler. I got some jiu-jitsu credentials as well. But I'd say, you know, my striking's definitely overlooked because I've never used it in any of my fights yet. So I'm excited to showcase my full mixed martial arts arsenal on June 28th.
Okay. Well, you was the winner of the Ultimate Fighter 16. Man, that's a tremendous accomplishment. How was that experience?
You know, winning the show was a big deal. I was I think 4-1 or 5-1, 5-1 going on the show. I took fights just for the heck of it, just kind of as a hobby. Got on the show, ended up winning the show, beating everybody on the show that I went up against. So, you know, it's kind of a fast track to the top. You know, a top organization, which is the UFC. Every mixed martial artist wants to be in the UFC, whether they say it or not. You know, so it's just time to get on the grindstone and learn from that point forward. You know, and I definitely learned quite a bit. Learned from my wins, my losses in the UFC. It's definitely made me who I am today.
Okay, 9-0. What you think some of his weaknesses you think he capitalized off of in the fight?
Yeah, Carlos Diego Ferreira, a good 9-0 fighter. He was legacy champ. He's beat some UFC veterans. Pretty tough guy. I've grappled him before. His strengths are definitely grappling. Striking, not so much. Wrestling game, not so much. Just great grappler. A real tough opponent, hard to put away. You know, I think, you know, his weaknesses is his heart. You know, I mean, I've seen his fights. Even fights he's won, he's really faded. And you know, the other guys have allowed him to pick the pace of the fight. That's something I don't do. I push the pace pretty much the whole fight. So, pretty excited about this matchup. It's definitely a matchup that I like. Get me back in the mix at lightweight. So, knock on the door of the top 10 one day. And you know, I got to be beating guys like this first.
No doubt. So everybody knows you. You know, you've been in the Army, and you're also a professional UFC fighter. Now, those are two big workloads. How are you able to manage being an Army soldier and being a professional fighter? How do you manage that?
You know, this is my very first real training camp. First real 8-week training camp out here in Jackson. It's been pretty amazing. My last fight, I had about 12 days out here. But 8 full weeks. The United States military, the United States Army allowed me to take leave and come out here and you know, train like a real fighter. You know, the level I'm competing at, I need to train at that level as well. That's why I'm here in Jackson. I love being a soldier. Duty comes first and foremost, no matter what. But it's really good the Army recognized, you know, the marketability aspect of me being a professional fighter, fighting in the UFC, as well as let me chase my dreams as a non-commissioned officer in the Army.
All right. Thanks a lot for the interview. It was an honor.
Thanks, you.
Slip Jab.